In this video, guys, let's talk about what is a flow state in trading. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to a flow state. And this kind of came on from actually talking about the topic of static versus dynamic position sizing, talking a little bit about intuition, and then we led on to this flow state. So I thought I'd do a video on this because actually, you know, a lot of you watching this are in specific careers or industries or sectors alongside trading where you go, okay, you know, there's a time when I can utilize this flow state. Musician is a great one. You know, maybe if you're an airline pilot, maybe you're doing something that's very skillful, whatever it is. And so I'm interested to hear your response to this video, your comments and your thoughts about this kind of flow state thing. So in trading, what does it mean? And the general definition of it is total absorption and concentration. And if you've been trading for a while, especially if you're day trading, you know when you're in this flow state, you're very centered, you're very focused, your concentration's high, you're not highly strung, but at the same time, you're receiving data, you're assessing data, you're analyzing data, you're responding to it, you're discarding noise. It feels like you're in your sweet spot in terms of like engine power, if we use a kind of car analogy. You know, you're right in that sweet spot. You know, things are working well for you. You've got more room to, you know, push the throttle on a little bit more. You've got room to back off. You're just right in that little relaxed zone, yet really absorbing all the information you can. So, okay, to get into this state is something that I want to hear from you guys. You know, how do you get into a state when you're day trading or scalping that allows you to be very focused, very mindful, very calm, yet still, you know, in tune with things, still a little enough stress to keep you on the edge of responsiveness, but not too much. So why do we get into this flow state? What's the point in it? Now, a lot of people get into it, kind of use meditation, or they'll go through a checklist and they'll kind of their posture in the market. It's all sorts of ways that people can do it. It's not an easy thing to do, but the advantage of getting into it is, number one, it helps assess the trade market better. So in other words, you know, you can objectively observe and analyze and assess all the conditions that are there and present and then make up the decision. So what's the market doing? What's the overall picture doing? How does the price action feel? How's it responding to this level? What's the daily looking like? What's this? And rather than dwelling on that as a decision and going, well, what is it? And thinking about it, it's like, okay, just a quick check, quick check, quick check, quick check. It's that flow state of being able to assess the market, trade better, correctly, without dwelling on each individual thing that you're looking at too much. Another thing is allows you to deal with setbacks easier. I think this is one of the primary things is you don't take them to heart. You're in that peak concentration mode, you're in the peak focus state, and maybe you're trading, you have a loser, but you shrug it off. It's like water off a duck's back. Whereas when you're not in the flow state, when you're kind of really trying too hard and you're grinding, got your teeth gritted, you get frustrated even more by any barriers that are stopping you. When the flow state is like literally an ice-breaking ship just breaking through. Yes, there's going to be times when you struggle, but you know you're going to break through, and it's just accepting these things and pushing them out of your way and be able to respond to these setbacks easier. The other thing is feel in tune with the conditions. This is I guess the point of flow is that you start to feel very much in tune with the rhythm of the market. And you know what I mean when I talk about the rhythm of the market. If you're a day trader for any period of time, you know it's got different rhythms. Sometimes it's jerky, sometimes it's kind of spiking back and forth. Sometimes it's got like a standard rotation to it. It's rotating back and forwards. Sometimes it's, you know, kind of trending and grinding and then reversing. It's got this rhythm to it. And the job of our trader is to kind of slot ourselves in to this rhythm and trade within the rhythm, within the waves. So you've got the tide bringing the whole kind of sea up, and then you've got, you know, the waves that are bringing on these momentum moves that are bringing the kind of water crashing to the shore. And our job is to kind of surf these waves to see where the tide's going. Is it coming in? Is it going out? Is that the bigger picture? And then to try to ride the waves intermediate without getting wiped out by too much volatility, without missing some. Do you wait for this one? Do you wait for that one? And just getting with the ebbs and flows of the market. Enough of the surf analogies, but you get the idea. If you've been involved in the markets for any period of time, you know that's sometimes how they operate. And getting in tune with that quicker and responding to the changes in that is the key to good, successful day trading. Final one here is having the ability to spot trades quicker. I think this is an added bonus, if you like. These are the main things here, but the added bonus is that you don't have to think too hard. I think this is probably the best definition of flow, is that you're concentrating, you're focused, you're not thinking too hard. You're basically saying, okay, and I'm not going to analyze it and overanalyze it and look at it this way and that way and that way and the trend and this and the other. It's there, bang, decision. How much does that add weight to the trade or not? Bang, is that a good trade? No. So it's being able to objectively assess all of these variables and make a clear, confident decision and place the trade. And if it's not a great trade, you can deal with the setback and carry on. If it's a great trade, the next one, the next one, the next one, rather than so much friction for each decision. Well, what's that time frame doing? What's this doing? What's the price action doing? What's this doing? What's that doing? What's the other? Taking so long to do this, scratching your head and wondering, and then pulling the trigger maybe, or missing it, not having confidence in the trigger pull, and all that kind of stuff. So flow state is definitely something that other people in other sectors and other arenas in business, or athletes or artists or whatever it is, get into. That's why I'm kind of wanting you guys to pitch in. If you are athlete, you're an artist, you're in business or something where you think this flow state applies to you, let me know how you get into it, how you keep it, some of the signs you're in it, that kind of stuff. There's some books out there as well that will help you out. But from a trading perspective, I think those are the advantages of getting into the flow state in trading. Take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.